What's going on, YouTube world? Today we're at part 2 of me adopting this 125-gallon tank. So I finally got it to my house. I got in the spots, kind of set it up a little bit. I went out and I bought 150 pounds of pool filter sand, which is what I like to, this is the kind of sand I like to put in my fish tanks. Not sure what kind of sand it had in before, but it was like mixed with soil and stuff, so it wasn't good, so I just threw it all out. So usually I like to follow the rule of 1 pound of substrate per 1 gallon for like aquariums, but since 125, you think, well, 125, that'd be 125 pounds. I got 150 pounds, so I'm covered there. The only thing is I'm probably going to do a planted tank since I have all the plants that I saved. They're actually in my 10-gallon tank right now. They've been kind of sitting in there. So with that, usually you need some thicker substrate. Especially there were some Amazon swords in there that are like deeper rooting. So I kind of need thicker, thicker substrate, more of it. So if it's too shallow, like not enough, I'm just going to buy another 50-pound bag or another 2 50-pound bags, whatever. So anyway, stay tuned. Alright guys, so with pool filter sand, there's different ways you can put it in the tank. For me, from my experience, I love this stuff. So the first time I ever used it, I just dumped it in my tank, filled it with water. But the problem with it is it's not clean, so it got like this yellowy goldish color in the water. So what I always do is when I buy brand new pool filter sand, I'll actually cut the bag, put it in the 5-gallon bucket, and I'll wash it in the bathtub. And I only put maybe this much in it, whipping the knife around. I only put about this much in it, and I kind of stir it with my hand and let the water out, and I kind of rinse it till it's nice and clear. Then I dump it in the tank. So, you hear what I like to do? Cut the bad boy open. Put the knife away to where it won't kill anyone. If you guys can come see here, this is what it kind of looks like. This kind of has a nice, like, natural look. That's why I like it. But anyway. I'll go to about there. Oh, you get it on the floor. But anyway, we'll cut to the bathroom. Alright guys, so we're in the bathroom. Sorry it's a mess. I'm kind of in the middle of a remodel here. But anyway, so I'll get the water started. Now I'll kind of just fill up the bucket maybe about halfway or so. So it's about halfway filled up. So what I do is I basically just take my hand and I kind of mix. I go from the bottom and mix upward. And as you can kind of start seeing, the water is actually, it's getting nice and cloudy. Just trying to get all the impurities out. Any kind of dust, dirt, or whatever is in the sand. So give it a good couple mix. You see how freaking ugly it is. So what I'll do now is I'll just pour it right out. But you always want to pour slow so you don't pour any of the sand out. You can kind of see all this black stuff coming out. You can kind of, if you get close to the water, you can kind of see how gross it is. But yeah, anyway, so I'll go. And I'll stop there. Kind of see down there how gross that is. White bathtub, gross water. Anyway, so I'll do that again. So usually I'll do it maybe 3 to 4 times. I just do it until the water starts getting clear. Alright guys, so since this is my first dump, usually I would just kind of dump it right in, but because it's my first dump, I'm actually going to try to put the whole bucket in and, you know, do a low so I'm not just dumping the sand right on the glass. Even though it's pretty thick glass, so, you know, still gotta be cautious. So that's it. First pour. Try to make it nice and flat. Alright guys, I'll be back to you when I'm done filling the tank up with the sand. Last bucket of sand going in. So, yeah, 150 pounds of pool filter sand. So next step is to fill it all up with water. What's going on, everyone? It has been a couple hours. It's probably like at least 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Still messing with this tank. As you can kind of tell, it got all murky again. I started up the filter, and it had a bunch of just guck in it. Kind of see here, it filled up the bottom. So it came with this other little pump, and I rigged my own little like surface skimmer, and I put some this polyester. It's good for like clearing the water if you get like a you know, cloudy water or anything. So as you can tell, it's only been running for maybe 5 minutes, but it's already collecting a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna run that for a while, and then I'm probably gonna do a water change just from how much guck is down here. So fun. Alright guys, so I found another issue I'm running into. You see the gap there? And you see the gap there? I didn't even think about it, but my floor is not level. So what I do is, when I do this water change, I'm probably going to drain it about 75% of the water. I'll do that, and I might drain a little bit more just so I could pick it up and put some kind of you know, something underneath the back corner down there to lift it, try to level out the tank. So fun stuff. So we're kind of resuming from there. So what I'm gonna have to do is, if you guys see, you see all this brown guck that's all in the sand and the rocks. Well, that all came from the filter. I mean, I thought it was clean. I guess I didn't really clean it, so that would have made sense. But anyway, I turned the filter on and just launched a bunch of this extra guck into the tank. So I got my little gravel vac here, my Python. So I'm gonna suck it all out. I'm gonna basically do a water change just because of how cloudy the water is. which was another thing. Over here we got this little jet. I call it like a mini filter. It's just like a little jet that came with the tank. So how I rigged it here, I took a water bottle, I threw some of my polyester stuff. I kind of just stuck it in there and I put it on the little filter or the little jet and had it so basically what it does is sucks in water from the top and then shoots it out the little I don't know what it's called, but the little piece that shoots the water out. So anyway, so I had it kind of made like a surface skimmer with it, and it was right at the surface, so it's sucking in all like the duckweed, all the dried up duckweed, any kind of guck on the surface. So as you can kind of tell, maybe come down here, kind of see it better. It's nice and brown. It kind of filtered the water a little bit. As of comparison, you can kind of see it did clean pretty well. So I had that running for about 24 hours. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably going to do maybe a 75 to 80% water change today. I'm going to get all this brown stuff, make the sand nice and white. And another thing too is if you see here, what I forgot to do last night was balance, level the tank. It's not sitting right. So with big tanks like this, is 125 gallon. You know, if it's just what fresh water is around 8 or so pounds per gallon, you know, 125 gallons, it's a lot of weight, you know what I mean? So when a tank isn't level, it has more pressure pushing on, in this case, this chunk of the glass of the tank. So overall, over time, whatever, the seals and stuff will wear faster on that side compared to this side. So what I'm going to do is, when I do my water change, since there's nothing in the tank, it's just a brand new tank, I can kind of do it whatever I want basically. I'm going to suck all the water out, and I'm going to level it, and then I'm going to refill it back up. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you kind of how I do it here. So with sand, you really don't have to push it all the way down. You just kind of like skim the surface of the sand with it. But all I'm really doing is, you know, maybe a ½ inch down. You know, not very far. But what I kind of do is I kind of just go across the surface like this. And I just try to suck as much of this guck as I can. You can kind of see it. And also, another way you can do is you can tell how white the sand is becoming after I, you know, kind of clean it here. You can kind of tell in the little python here that it's still a little cloudy. That's because, you know, this is all brand new sand. And even though I somewhat thoroughly cleaned it last night, you know, for the first couple water changes, it's going to get this nice, like, milky cloudiness. Just what I've always dealt with pool filter sand. No matter, you know, new or old sand that I go from tank to tank. You know, if I've upgraded or upsized or downsized in tanks, it's just something I've always dealt with. So it's a pretty usual thing. So you can kind of see the cloud right here, and it's coming. That's the stuff. That's the reason why I cleaned it last night. So what's going on, YouTube world? So we're back about 3 to 4 weeks later after I originally set up this tank. So I let it cycle, I got some plants for it, and I saved some other baby plants, some other plants from the original group. I got rid of a lot of the stuff, some of it died. A lot of the fish are in my other tank, but, because I also have another fish tank. Anyway, so what I'm officially going to do with this is I'm going to do a Florida native tank, like freshwater. So, when I got this tank, it did have some swamp darts, as you can see here. There's 3 of them in this tank. I'll show you here. There's one right there. There's one right there. He ran away. There's one right here, as you can kind of see him. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, he came back. They're fast. But anyway, so I got 3 swamp darts in there. That was from me getting the original tank. And then they also had, I think, like 6 cory catfish. So I just temporarily threw them in there for now. But I really do like them. There's a little swamp dart. Anyway, I really do like the little cory catfish. I think they're pretty cool. They're not really like a Florida native fish. But, you know, I kind of like catfish and, you know, the theme. So, I'm going to keep them in there for now. There's two more right there. That's a little albino. Over there, I think, in the back corner. Right there. I think he's like a bandit or a panda. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, look at that little swamp dart. Anyway, I do that. So I got the so I got the 3 swamp darts. I got the, I think, 6 cory catfish. I also have 3 bristlenose plecos in this tank. They were, again, original fish from this tank. They're about this long, so I don't know, maybe about 4 inches. Don't really know where they are. When I started this video, you know, right before I started it, there was one sitting on that plant over there, and there's another one on a rock, but they're gone somewhere, so I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, this is the tank. It's ready to go. Fish are thriving. So hopefully soon we're going to be going out and catching some fish for this tank. So that would be cool. So hope you guys enjoy it.